Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it came out. I think it just makes it simpler for the people coming to the website, and a lot of people like that are hiring tech people, they just have words in their head that, um, like technical terms, and then as soon as they start to see these technical terms, they're like, oh, he knows Vue or he knows React, and so like that's one of the main reasons I built it like this.
So your let's look at some portfolio stuff.
For sure.
I know you had a few projects on there.
I'd say I definitely want to spend some time talking about RoverLink here. It's my latest work. I work with a company called Rover Robotics. I have their website pulled up here. Um, Basically, they're a startup that builds industrial grade robots. You can see they're like 4-wheel drive robots. They got flipper robots. It's basically the same platform that's customizable and adaptable for your industrial needs. And one of the major challenges that they're having is the unboxing process. And so I guess like this comes back to the major problem in robotics. It takes about 6 months, we determine, to get a robot platform, spin it up, and like it takes about 6 months just to get it to a point where you're ready to develop your application for it. The goal of RoverLink is to reduce that time down to like a couple hours, to get it configured to do your software development. And so it's a browser-based robot control system. There's also a couple other features built into it, such as a network manager to be able to switch your robot on and off the network. Little things that robot developers find really helpful, and we packaged it as a developer tool for robot developers, essentially.
So is there like an SDK or how does it work?
So it's similar to an SDK. It comes pre-installed on Raspberry Pis, these little computers, in our what's called a starter kit. We called it for Rover Robotics. It comes pre-built on there on the starter kit, and then it uses a web server to serve a Vue.js application or a JavaScript single-page application to the user on the local network. So it's not on the internet. Once they're served that page, what they can do is they can start setting up the robot, kind of like a wizard. You'd install software, so you would connect to the network you want to connect to. It'd show you the available networks. And then you would start to configure your robot, some of the settings to make it easier to develop on. And then it's using a Flask Python server on the robot, and that connects to something called ROS, which stands for Robot Operating System, which is like a standard open source operating system for robots.